I should actually be ashamed of myself right now. The fact that it has taken me this long to use these eyeshadow palettes, shame on me. But I'm going to be trying and testing out ODEN'S eyeshadow palettes today. So ODEN'S is a Swedish makeup brand, and their palettes, they're mainly known for like their eyeshadow palettes, like the artistry around their palettes packaging and like the color story and the themes and the collections that they have. It's just absolutely beautiful. So these are just like a couple of the palettes that I have here. It's actually these two palettes that I used to actually create this makeup look, and then we have like these smaller palettes like this. They had sent me all this makeup in PR, by the way. I just want to be completely honest about that, although I'm not being paid or anything. They actually sent me this PR package about a year and a half ago. That's why I'm so embarrassed that it's took me this long to actually try and test and use the palettes. So yeah, we're just gonna get started. ODEN'S eyeshadow palettes, it is about time. I honestly thought I had more palettes than this, and do you know what, I definitely did, but I think I gave half of them away. I'm gonna go through them with you, and do you know what, I really wish we were on like live or something, so you would be actually able to interact with me and let me know and maybe help me with what eyeshadow palette to actually use. Before I actually get into these palettes, they look stunning. The color stories in these palettes, and like even like the packaging is very like mystical and magic or something. It's lovely. So that's this wee palette here. I'll give you like a wee close up. This shade I'm really drawn towards, so I think I'm going to put this palette to the side as a maybe, like a possibility, and this like khaki green, putting that one to the side because I think I might actually use some of those shades. Well, it looks like a wee book. How beautiful is that? So then once you open it up, it has like two sides to it. So this is the first side, and then that's the second side. I still have the plastic on this. Mate, no. What? How gorgeous is that? Like, that's what I mean. See, like the color story in these palettes with like the mattes and the shimmers. Oh my god, like look at it. I have to swatch it. I have to literally stick my finger in this. Oh. it's just kind of like a wee bit of a pale pink. I'm not too sure how it's coming off on camera. Oh, please excuse my hands, by the way. They're a wee bit dodgy looking from tan. And I always wake up thinking, why are my hands so tanned, like my fingertips? And I think I've actually mentioned this before, like please excuse my hands and whatever, and I think I've now figured out what it is. I obviously put fake tan on my face at night time, like a fake tan spray for my face, and I sleep touching my face. So then my fingers get tanned during the night, so that's what that is. It's just quite cute, you know, honestly. It just looks like a wee book. Oh my goodness, the plastic's on this too. Okay. So we have that palette there, and what I love as well is the fact that like most shadows have like different textures and looks to them. Like you see the way this is like marbleized, and then this shadow here and this shadow, oh no sorry, mainly this shadow here, I'm not too sure if you can see it or not, but it actually looks like a stone, in the fact that it honestly looks as if it's like 3 or 4 different shades all kind of squashed or all kind of pressed together into like one shimmer shade. It looks incredible. Like that is so incredible. Okay, so that's the chapter 2 I just showed you, and this is chapter 1. Not as nice, I'm just gonna be honest, but it's still wild pretty. Oh, that shade's gorgeous. I'm gonna swatch that. This is definitely like a duochrome. Yeah. Into the final 3 collection. This is the Red Dragon. Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Again, I might actually keep this out because it has these shades here. Look at this shade. Oh my goodness. Oh. guys, these shadows are beautiful, and I know I have not ever used this brand before and I haven't used these eyeshadows at all, but I have heard so many good things about this brand and their eyeshadows, so I know they're going to be like top tier. And then we have a Giant Wolves. That's beautiful actually. Like the artistry on these palettes and like the thought that goes into like behind the packaging the palettes is gorgeous. Love it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Well, I should give these like a close-up of these two beside each other actually. How stunning are those palettes? Aren't they gorgeous? I think I'm first off going to start on my skin and do my foundation, and then we will just get started on the eyes. That's kind of like the wee routine I like to do at the minute. For some reason I don't actually know why. Like doing my foundation and then my eyes. I don't know, it's just working for me. But for primer, I've been using this a while lot off camera recently. I think it's mainly just to get it used up because it is quite old at this point. Urban Decay All Nighter Ultra Glow Primer, and it is quite nice. It's not as sticky as say like the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. It's a wee bit more hydrating, I would say, and more serumy, but it still has like the tiniest wee bit of grip to it. And because it has like that jelly-like consistency to it, it just leaves like a wee bit of like a glow and a bit of dew to the skin. For a foundation, I'm going to be taking the Catrice True Skin Hydrating Foundation. Every time I go to say Catrice or I say Catrice, I always want to pronounce it Cat Rice. Then I'm going to mix it the tiniest wee bit with the Chroma Cover from Be Perfect in the shade N6. Taking my wee mini BK Beauty 101 brush and I'm going to blend this in. I think I definitely wanted to do something green, like greeny, browny, greeny, green. I'm going to go to like this wee mini palette first and take this dark colour, and I'm going to be taking this on my 02 brush, and I'm just going to be popping that just right in that crease. Just keep on applying that, just using wee pattern motions and bringing it the whole way around right into the inner corner. Oh, I'm so excited, we're getting pizza for dinner tonight. Honestly, this is now the life that I live. Anytime we get a takeaway or we eat out, I'm like, yes, no cooking, no dishes. I do the cooking every single night and Kyle does the dishes. Although the past couple of nights I've done the dishes. I don't know, like, here's the thing, here's the deal. See, whenever Kyle comes home from work, I feel guilty sometimes asking him to do stuff. And part of me has to be like, no, like, he lives here too. You know, like, just because I'm not out doing an actual 9-to-5 job doesn't mean that I'm not at home doing work myself, because I am. I don't know, it's a difficult one, and I have to say though, I'm very, very lucky with Kyle because he's very, very good. You know, we are very 50-50 in our relationship and like looking after the house and stuff, you know, like if I ask him to do anything, he'll do it, and that's what works for us. It's always 50-50, but sometimes I always just feel a wee bit guilty, and I don't know. I feel like in these two palettes here, this shade and this shade is maybe a wee bit similar, so just to kind of keep it easy and simple, I may as well actually just take this shade here now. This is obviously my brush collection that I'm using, by the way. Yeah, so I'm going to take it on my 04. And then I'm going to take the Red Dragon palette and start blending with this colour here. And then just kind of start blending that just within the upper crease. Oh, I forgot to mention that these shadows are actually blending out really well, by the way. I kind of find like I don't really need to mention it anyway, because you can obviously like see that they're blending out well, but yeah, brilliant. And the fact that they're also like blending out well together also. Look how beautiful them shadows are actually blending out together. Of course it could just be my brush collection too. But yeah, like those shadows are very good. I'm going to take my 05 brush and go into this shade, boop, boop, boop. Just a wee bit of that. And I'm going to pop that all over the lid actually, because I feel like having this like dark base and having one of these green shimmers on top, just wait and see. Taking my 05, kind of like my flat packing-ish brush, and I'm just going to kind of blend that dark brownish shade up to the crease, but also kind of like packing it on at the same time. There we go, that's so much better. They were honestly the nicest eyeshadows I've used in a very, very long time. They were an absolute dream to work with and blend. So I'm now definitely wanting to go in with a shimmer. So I have the green in this palette here, which I definitely think I'm going to use. I think this green is going to look absolutely beautiful over the dark lid. This is honestly the best thing about having no nails on at the minute, is I'm able to do this all with my finger. And I'm just going to press this just all over that lid, to the inner corner, outer corner. I'm going to slightly bring it up to my crease, not bringing it up too far of course. I'm just going to go for the palette that I originally had out in the first place, the Giant Wolves, and take the shimmer from it. This one here. Yes. So I have this pigment as well. It's from Makeup Addiction Cosmetics, and it's Gossamer glitter. I might regret this, I'm not too sure. Oh crap. I love these pigments, glitters, whatever you want to call them, but they are the messiest things ever. I'm just going to take my finger again. So if I kind of lift it up and show you, Jesus Christ, this literally just went everywhere. Like it's white, but like the shift of these is stunning, absolutely beautiful. So still just using my finger. So I'm going to be taking the Huda Beauty concealer. The shade I take is Royal Icing. So I just use the Huda Cosmetics concealer just for my cream bronzer. I'm going to take this bright light highlighter from Revolution, and it's in the shade Pink, Beam Pink. I thought that wee Revolution highlighter would have been enough, but I'm going to go on with a wee bit more. Just taking the highlight that was just on my table from yesterday, Colourpop and Barbie collab. So has anybody bought anything for Black Friday yet, or is there any brands that you're kind of waiting and holding out for to see what deals they have? Just using this wee blush from Colourpop, just this wee quad, has like highlight, bronzer and two wee blushes, so I'm going to take this wee one here. But has anybody else noticed that it's not really about like Black Friday anymore, just like the one day? I feel like it's more Black Friday fortnight because it's only the week of Black Friday now, whereas I think Beauty Bay, for example, started their sale last week. And oh my goodness, I do a Black Friday haul with Beauty Bay every single year. I always go mad on Beauty Bay because you have so many brands in one website. You have hair care, makeup, skincare, everything, accessories, and I do go a wee bit mad. But I've been on like every other day having a wee nosy at the makeup, and I've put like a couple of things in my basket, you know, like things that I've actually wanted, but it's shite. It's actually crap. Let's have a wee nosy at what is in my Beauty Bay basket right now. Okay, so I have the Sigma Beauty Illuminating Powder, I have the Trigwell Cosmetics Blushes, I have a facial cleansing brush, I have the Coco and Eve body cream, I have a couple of Beauty Bay liquid eyeshadows, like from their own brand. I have a Glam Starter Kit from Revolution Pro, and I also have the Nourishing Rosehip Oil from Beauty Bay's own skincare brand, because that is my favourite oil, and every time it's on offer or on sale I buy it. But that's like all I have. Like that's not like me. It's not like me. Like I just, like there was just nothing like standing out to me at all. And one thing I also did notice, and this really pissed me off, was like there was, say for example, a powder and a concealer I seen. So the powder I was looking at was the e.l.f. Camo foundation powder, and I was like, oh, it's on offer. So I obviously clicked onto it to obviously get my shade. My shade wasn't even on offer. That's discrimination. And then I went and I found a concealer that I wanted from Glow Hub. I just wanted to try it, and again clicked onto it. When I selected my shade and certain other shades were not on offer, whereas other shades were, and that really pisses me off. Whenever brands do that to like certain products that have different shades or whatever, like they'll only put on offer certain shades and they'll have the other shades like still at full price. Like what? What are you doing that for? You know, off topic, that blusher is absolutely beautiful. I love that. It's really nice. This wee compact, or this wee quad, sorry, is in the shade At First Crush cheek palette. It's really, really nice actually. And then for my bronzer quickly, I'm just going to use the bronzer I was using yesterday from COLLAB. I just applied a wee bit of the Colourpop lip liner off camera there, and I'm going to take the Be Perfect Cosmetics Pout Star lipstick in the shade First Kiss. I'm going to take, I'm actually just going to take this wee Colourpop brush because it was literally the first thing I put my hand on. And I'm going to go into this dark brown. Jesus. I'm just going to stamp that on. And also bring it like the whole way into the inner corner as well. I'm going to take my 02 and go into the green. And I'm going to be using this wee 02 brush and that green to actually blend this out. I'm not too sure whether to go really smoky or what to do just yet. Also joining that to the outer corner as well on the lid. Went into my 02, my 04, and oh, I think it's the Red Dragon palette, yeah. And I'm going to take this pale green and I'm just going to introduce that along the lower lash line. I will try and link and list. In fact, I'll actually just link the ones that I use, because there's no point in me linking. There's no point in me linking like every single palette that I showed you, but I'll just obviously link the palettes that I was using in today's tutorial, and then obviously you can kind of just take it from there on their website and have a wee nose in yourselves. But Anyway guys, I hope you did enjoy this tutorial anyway. Thank you so much for watching. And also just to be a reminder before I go guys, it is obviously coming up to November the 30th. So that obviously means that Buff and Blend is closing down. If you're new here, that's obviously the brand that I have my brush collaboration with, the brushes I was using. Yeah, I kind of lost my train of thought there. Yeah, so obviously come the 30th of November, that's whenever the brand is closing down. That's next Wednesday, so you basically have until then to like purchase my brushes, and that's them gone forever. Other than that guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.